Working on it.
You could get off the beach.
I kind of like it there.
Yeah, right.
All right, it's a go.
Okay, the emergency executive board meeting for September 29th, 2025 is called to order. We have one item to discuss, and that is the insurance proposals that were sent to all of us today.
I got a question. Is the Mendel property on the new one? New proposal? Am I missing it, or was that location not included?
Here's my question I have. So Dory and Phyllis, that lady was willing to join, but neither one of you sent her a link or anything, and she could go through all this insurance for us.
You have her cell phone, you said too, right?
Well, I do have her cell phone number, but what that's going to do for us?
Can we send her the link now and see if she's available?
Definitely.
Do you have her email, Dory?
Kim, can you send her the link? Do you have her email?
I don't have her email.
Let me see if I got it. Here's Beth. Beth, okay. I'll send it to you right now, Kim. Just forward it to you.
Ben, if you have her phone number, can you call her and tell her sending the link?
Yes.
Available?
Can you join the Zoom meeting, or are you busy? Kim, did you send her an invite?
I am in 2 seconds it will be.
2 seconds. Yes.
All right. You should have it's on its way.
All right. All right. Sounds good. She said 5 minutes. She has to grab her paperwork.
Okay.
But no, Dory, I'm pretty sure Mendel liability is on this insurance policy.
It is, yeah. I mean, I don't see anything broken out or whatever, but by address, but I have no idea.
We don't have insurance on anything there, right? Just the building, or just the land?
Liability.
We got liability over there, yeah.
Nothing on any of the structures.
Just liability. Yeah, that's it.
It's liability.
Right.
So if someone tripped and fell, there's insurance that way.
Correct. I just wanted to, make sure that we have that, I guess.
I don't know that answer.
Me neither.
Not an insurance person.
I know we have the location addresses on the renewal, but there's only, for whatever reason, on one of the locations.
Yeah, why are we insuring Neil Avenue?
I've never been insured or under my location. It was only the fairgrounds and Bell. But I noticed my address. I went, no, I don't want it.
You don't have insurance on the office stuff at your place?
Oh, heck no, that's mine.
So the fair don't own any of the computers or nothing?
No.
It says on her cover sheet that they added an umbrella this year. And I'm having to quote, they also added some locations. Dory's home office
That's the mailing address and everything for the insurance.
Well, it just says an umbrella was added to that. The Dory's
Hmm.
on the cover.
Only thing I was ever under was directors and officers, but that was, I don't have anything, ever had anything.
Kim, is she trying to get in or no?
Not yet.
So just so everyone knows, this lady is quoting it per Dan Ritter's. Knows this lady. I do not know her.
So other things that I can ask before she gets on here, just to clarify for us, when we have items insured on the grounds, such as tractors and stuff, I think I read it in here, equipment, I'm finding the page. It's like almost miscellaneous grounds equipment, $106,000. That technically at our business doesn't mean tiddly unless you have the model numbers and VIN numbers listed through Security Insurance. I have. So I'm just saying, when we write miscellaneous grounds equipment, that's not good enough sometimes for replacement value. The international tractor.
She's ready. Should I let her in?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
All right, everybody should be there.
Hello, welcome to the meeting.
Thank you.
Dory, what was your questions?
Well, should we just go through the proposal?
Yeah.
Did you also send her the comparison of the differences
Not the last one, I did not.
that included the umbrella quote?
Dory, what did I send you?
You didn't send me the updated one. You only sent me, unless I didn't see it yet. No.
It was a one-page spreadsheet that basically outlined the differences in the policies just by bullet point. I can send it again.
You have Dory's email?
I think so. Hold on, I'm going to
Send it
swipe
to
up.
Dory.
It just, yeah, just, no, I haven't seen that either.
Okay. Well, if I send it to one of you, I'm on a phone, so that always makes it a little more challenging. Okay, this is just, Dory,
Yeah.
what, does your email start with a D so I can search you?
No, just OTAG, OTAG.
Okay, hold on a minute. Hopefully, oh, there you are.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta get rid of this. And all right, so this is a super simple spreadsheet. I compared both policies, and I didn't put down what every policy has that's the same. I put on the spreadsheet the differences. Does that make sense?
Okay,
Mhm.
yes.
And I'm gonna go back to that spreadsheet.
Kim, I just sent it to you.
Yeah,
Okay. So I got this from her right now, so I will forward to everybody.
Okay.
So does this insurance include Mendel property?
It does not, because we didn't know about it, but extending liability, that's what you have on, you didn't have it on last year's policy. It didn't look like it. And we read the policy, but extending it to those locations is like $100. It's like not a big deal to extend it to Dory's office and to the vacant houses.
No.
And that's the top thing on the spreadsheet, is we would extend it to those. Do you see this? Does everybody have the spreadsheet? That
I
might be
did.
the easiest to look at first, and then we can certainly go over the entire proposal.
I just sent it to everybody.
Okay, perfect.
So Dory does not believe that she has coverage at her home right now.
No, well, I don't think she did on last year's policy, but they added it on this year's proposal on page 1. Dory, isn't your house on Neil Avenue?
Right, I mean, I'm the treasurer and everything, but all my equipment is mine. There's nothing that,
Right.
but I
Oh.
mean, I do the W-2s and work comp and, all those things.
Mhm. All
But-
they did was extend a liability to that location because you work from your home. And in case somebody goes to your house on fair business, it's just sort of a formality, and it really doesn't cost hardly anything.
Oh, okay, because I guess I never been on it before, so I thought, well,
Mhm.
I'll be on it.
Yeah, but it is just liability. They're not covering your structure at all.
Okay.
Okay. And they really just base it on the square footage. So let's say a 12 by 12 office, whatever room you're in. And when everybody has it, I can just go through it line by line. Just let me know what you would like me to do.
Sure, that'd be fine.
Okay, so I would extend liability to those locations which they at Secura added to this summary. Now they have $1,000 deductible for liability, and liability is if somebody gets hurt or something and they decide that the fair is negligent. We do not have a deductible, so that's a better thing. We have your inland marine, which is your John Deere and all the equipment the same. The only thing we don't have, because it wasn't on last year, was equipment borrowed from others, because John Deere lent you guys a tractor last fair, a loader. So we could add that. That's not a big deal. It's not expensive. It's just not. Secura does not have medical payments. We have 5,000 in medical payments, which is better. So for example, somebody falls down at the fair and breaks a hip, and you didn't do anything, but you don't really want to get sued. It's to prevent you from being sued. The company can pay up to $5,000 for their medical so that it keeps you out of a lawsuit.
So that's the direct payment from the insurance company, and then after that, they would go after the lawsuit.
Yes, and then after that,
Yep.
you have to prove to have been negligent.
Yep.
Like you had a hole you should have filled in or something like that.
But it's the direct payment, so it's just anybody can get that
Correct.
without having much injury.
Well-
I dealt with it this summer a little bit, falling and breaking an arm. It's a direct payment.
Yeah, and we can get rid of it
No, it's good.
if you don't like it.
It's good. Just that was the.
Now, on here, what Last year, you did not have a $1 million umbrella. And they put $1 million umbrella on this proposal from Secura, so we quoted one as well. Then on the building coverages, so both proposals have replacement cost. Now they have blanket coverage, which means they lump all the buildings and the property together. We don't do that. We're listing each building with a value. Now, that can be good or bad because we're in what's called a total loss state. So if a building goes away, we'll just pay out whatever limit is on the policy. Is there a lot of noise on your end?
Yeah, what is that noise?
I don't know, but it's not me.
Is it Tony?
I don't know, but did everybody mute? Oh, there.
No, it's not me. I'm on mute.
Okay. But it's went away now, so excellent.
It did.
Okay, so we list the buildings individual. The better thing about doing that is because say a building totally went away, they would do what's called a replacement cost estimator and estimate what the building is worth. And it could be less than what we have on the building. Whereas we're in a total loss state, we're just going to pay out what the limit is on the building. And that's usually more than it has to be. And I would also crunch some of the numbers because we went off of last year and we have over 200,000 in contents, and I don't know why you have that in a limit. You don't have that much in contents.
So here's a question I have.
Sure.
None of our equipment is listed individual. So
Some of it is.
Well,
That's stuff we don't have anymore.
we don't own it.
Where is all our equipment listed is my question, and where's it insured at?
We have listed, both proposals have listed under what's called inland marine, and it's a really terrible term, but that's just the insurance industry. We have, excuse me, I'm getting there. We have the Yamaha piano, we have the water truck, and we have the John Deere skid loader.
We don't have.
So
any
what
of
about
those.
the 5 tractors, the pull behind mower, the new skid loader, all the lawnmowers?
They're
Where's
not
all that
listed on
stuff
anything.
listed?
I don't know.
Exactly. There's
It's
no
not on
insurance. on it.
Secura either.
Yeah,
But
there's
they
no
should be,
insurance on it.
shouldn't they? They should be listed individual.
Not necessarily, not if they don't leave the property. If they don't leave the property, I would leave them under business property because then they're covered by replacement cost. But they're subject to the higher deductible, which is $5,000. So it depends on what you want to do. If you list them, then you only have a $500 deductible, but it's actual cash value, meaning whatever you could sell it for, that's what it is.
Correct. So
But
right
otherwise
now, how much do they have insurance on all the equipment?
Well, they have in the blanket, there's 200 and, wait a minute, I'm looking, was on my schedule here.
They have grounds equipment, 105,000.
I got 106,
Well, that's
So
just
we're
those
close.
3 pieces of equipment I mentioned.
but those 3 pieces
Oh.
of equipment are listed separately. The John Deere skid loader is listed at 15,000. The water truck is listed at 6,000. The Yamaha piano is listed at 1,170. One of the problems is we don't own an 81 water truck anymore, and we do not own a 2002 John Deere skid loader.
Well, then we need to, they're still on the Secura policy and they need to be taken off
It's-
of this policy.
Well, what is the 105,000 grounds equipment? 105.
That's the piano, the water truck, and the 2002 skid steer, which you no longer own.
But-
And then there's
Hmm.
an additional 237,100 for other stuff. But because it's not listed, it has replacement cost, but it's subject to a $5,000 deductible. So listing it
So we're
might be
better off
better,
listing it. Yeah.
but then it's actual cash value. But that's fine. You get what it's worth.
right.
Well, some of these things are only worth $5,000.
Yeah, so yeah, I would list them.
I, worth that, yeah.
And then we would
that's-
reduce the business property of 237. We would take that down
Correct.
and we would list the actual equipment. But I would need a list for that because
Correct.
Secure,
Yeah.
Secure is only doing what we're doing.
Right. This list is null and void anyway. It should have been redone years ago when the equipment was sold.
Yes.
It's just a question we had and we wanted clarification.
Yep. It's a good question.
Now with listing an individual,
Mhm.
is that replacement cost or
No.
is that the market value of the day that it was destroyed?
Market value.
Market value. We can
Yeah.
get replacement costs, but it's expensive.
Yes, I know.
But now you said if the way it's listed now, we would get replacement value.
No.
No.
Or no? You would get,
Well, how it's listed now, the items that you listed would be
Right.
actual cash value. The stuff you don't list would be that doesn't leave the premises would be replacement cost, just like my proposal, but
What,
subject to a
$5,000?
$5,000 deductible. Yes.
$5,000 deductible for, say, each.
Well,
item
per
or whatever.
occurrence.
Yeah, okay.
Right, but if it
So
was
the-
stolen, it would be a $5,000 deductible if something was stolen there. And
Correct.
if
Yeah.
one tractor got stolen, it would be a $5,000 deductible. Those
Yes.
tractors are only worth $5,000.
Mhm.
Same with the lawnmowers.
Right.
The
Okay.
only time,
Exactly.
the only time it would be better is if a windstorm came and just picked up the building and all the equipment in it and,
We got a nice tornado and it leveled it all. Yeah.
yeah.
I'm sorry, but I'm not seeing where you're coming up with the 200 and some $1,000 in coverage. I'm only seeing $106,000 on grounds.
Oh, so when you look at the Secure proposal, they have a blanket coverage, meaning all the buildings and the personal property of 556,000.
Yeah, 600 and something.
I'm sorry, 6 million.
Yes,
sorry.
yes.
Six. That's all of the buildings and all of the property.
Okay.
Under mine, we separate per building and all the buildings added up it's too high. We're at 7 million.
We're way
And-
too high.
Yeah, I know. But I went off of what they had last year and like your 12 by 12, the little red
Ridiculous.
garden shed is at like 26,000. That's craziness.
Right.
So we could reduce down that 7 million, therefore saving premium. We could schedule certain equipment, which would make the inland marine portion go up, but reduce the business property.
Right. Yeah, the building A being 1.4 million, almost 1.5 is ridiculous when we have buildings C and D listed at 500,000.
Yeah,
Right.
but when you're looking at the value, because we have replacement cost,
Right.
the company, it looks at what would it cost to rebuild that building per square footage. And that's something we would need to discuss. And I would go to the company and I just have to prove it to them.
So to do replacement cost, do we have to be within 80% of the value?
90.
It's 90.
It's 90 with Secura and it's, hold on, I don't remember what I'm at.
Because I know
Insurance.
it's 80 with my Secura.
Yes.
Yeah, my farm,
It's 90 with
the commercial.
this, with the farm Secures policy. And we are at, yeah, we're both 90.
Okay.
So you have to be 90%
Within
insurance.
90%.
Yeah.
Yeah, these buildings are valued too high. And
Yeah, I agree.
this is not I'm sorry, but this is not a question for you in particular. This is a question maybe that I should wait for the board because I don't understand why we insure the root beer stand. The what else? The Prono Pup stand. Aren't those not our buildings to begin with?
I went off of your current policy,
No,
but
no,
I don't, yeah,
That's what I mean. Not a question for you. That's a question
Right.
for the
It's a question for Dory or Phyllis.
for Dory or Phyllis. I don't understand why we would insure
I
buildings.
believe they're not, they're part of our fairgrounds. They're a structure. They're not movable.
But we don't own them.
Well,
why aren't we,
basic,
why
well,
wouldn't we be insuring where the
if it
client
is, they can't move them, so in a way, we own the buildings because they are not movable. They're a permanent fixture on the fairgrounds.
but they should be paying the insurance on them then.
and they could. Just because they're not movable doesn't mean they can't insure them on the
Right,
fairgrounds.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
And the same thing with the kennel club. I don't know quite the relationship on that, but should they be insuring their own building?
That would be gray.
Okay.
I think that would be gray because we use it for we also use it for fair events.
What,
Ah,
no, I
okay.
think they're talking about the storage.
Their garage.
Talking about,
Same
yeah, the
story.
one by the gate.
Yeah, the storage building
Oh,
that they have.
Then I think that would be their own problem. We don't use it.
Yeah, they built it.
Yeah, we can't use it,
We
so,
can't use it.
Is that the one over by the two picnic pavilions? And at the end of that, when you
Yes.
go in to the left?
yeah.
Right by
Okay,
the stoplight.
I
right.
don't think we're insuring that, are we?
I
Yeah.
have it and Secura
on-
has it.
That's on it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
So now I will
That's
tell
stuff
you,
we can work on.
Right.
yeah,
I will say a big difference between my proposal and their proposal. They both have a cosmetic exclusion, right? You get little dents on the metal roofs or the siding. Now, if it cracks the paint, that's no longer cosmetic. But we have a $5,000 deductible, just like Secura. But then there's a wind hail deductible per occurrence. This is very important, not per building, per occurrence of 25,000. But the savings between the two policies is $14,000. So if there's a hailstorm, you're going to be out $20,000 more. Because we both have a 5,000, so $20,000 more, but you saved that in a year and a half.
Correct.
So in all fairness, that is the difference.
If you can get
Um,
a 5-year payback, you're better off.
Yes, I would agree. Ours already includes some cyber. We already include some employment practices liability, wrongful firing, wrongful hiring, sexual harassment. And the nicest thing about that is I had that actual happen to a farmer who has a lot of employees. And they called me very upset because someone was suing them. They're like, do we have to get a lawyer? And I'm like, and they didn't do anything wrong, but doesn't mean you can't get sued. And they called me up and I said, no, you don't have to do anything. I've got this. And we get a lawyer, and we just take care of it. So that's nice. So we do have 100,000 for employment practices liability that you do not have now. We do have cyber liability for like credit cards if you keep any vendors' personal information. Now, you don't have to have those coverages if you don't want, but it is broke out in the proposal that you would save a little bit if you didn't have them. But I think they're a good idea. Liquor liability, Dory, we would do the same thing you do now. We would do an event policy for the liquor liability. And I estimated, because we just did it we do it for other fairs, with 100,000 in liquor sales, because you guys are super thirsty in Washington County.
yeah,
It would, my good estimate is it'd be about $3,000,
okay.
but I'm not positive on that.
And right now, we do not have liquor liability.
No, Dory buys, it's not on the policy, there's an exclusion, but Dory gets an event policy every fair, correct?
Yep,
Okay.
it's just for just during the fair.
Very good, that's really important.
Mhm.
So those are really the biggest, those are the things that are different between the two policies.
Would this
Oh,
would this liquor liability policy, is that only for the event of the fair? Like
Yes,
What you're quoting?
no, what you're both doing,
Okay.
It'd be per event, Chad.
Per event. Yep. That's
yes. So it would list the number of days the fair is open
Yep.
and the
Yep.
estimated liquor sales, and that's what it is.
Yep.
Okay.
So can I just ask, so there's such a big difference in the directors and officers.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
I'm going, what?
well, I don't know why. So last year you paid more in directors and officers. You were paying like $4,200. This year they lowered it. So they're still through a surplus lines company, which is kind of like a high risk thing. I don't know why Secura isn't doing it, but my carrier, it's not a separate policy. It's part of the whole package.
Well, they had actually, terminated our insurance. due
West Bend
to-
did.
Yeah, due
Yeah.
to, the lawsuits and all
Yeah.
that. So that's how we got on basically risk for directors and officers too.
But it was a while ago.
And, yeah, let's see. Yeah, I mean, I know it's been falling off and falling down. I don't know. I mean,
Isn't it like 2019?
yeah, we've been,
2018, 2019?
yeah, I'm trying to think. It wasn't all that long ago, but
I thought it was pre.
yeah, it was before COVID. I know
Right.
that.
So
I only
Well,
care
yeah.
about 5 years. I don't know. So I write for Secura as well. I don't know if the agent
Okay.
went back and asked if Secura would write it or not, but they still have you on a separate policy, which is
Mhm.
still more expensive.
Mhm.
I mean, they
Okay.
did drop it from last year, but still.
Yeah, I was just curious.
Mhm.
Big difference between them, and it's the same coverage, right? As far as what.
It's $1 million, yes, ma'am. However, we do not have a deductible and they have a $2,500 deductible. So actually we're better.
Okay. Okay.
And then we did quote the work comp, and we put that with a different carrier. That's through State Fund Mutual SFM. And that came up better. The umbrella, I asked Michigan. So there's really only 3 companies that write fairs well, and I write for all of them. It's West Bend, Michigan Miller, backed by Western National, and Secura. So the good thing about me writing for all of them is if, say in a couple of years, Michigan Miller gets out of line, well, we just send it out to have the other 2 companies quote it. So we can kind of use them against each other.
Okay.
yep. We've been there and done that.
Right. They also added auto to your policy this year, which just hired a non-owned. So say Dory is running to the bank for fair business and she has a car accident. I didn't see it on your policy last year. They added it this year. But she had a car accident. Dory's insurance is going to be first, but then they're going to sue the fair because she was doing fair business. And you guys have all the money, so they're going to sue you. So you're protected for up to now. It's included in the up to 2 million if something horrible happens.
So you said that you deal with other fairs.
Yeah, I do.
Can I ask what I'm just curious what other county fair is it, county fairs or state
Yep.
fairs? Or?
County. Oh, I'd love to write the state
Oh.
fair. We'll talk about that.
Oh,
Um,
I'm sure you would.
Yeah. I write the Goodhue County Fair. You can talk to Bob down there. I'm working on the Steele County Fair. And if you have more fairs, I'd be happy to know about them. But Goodhue County Fair was so screwed up. I don't know why, but they're all fixed now. We know what we're doing. So yeah, we took that one over. My brother's on the board for them.
Okay.
Yeah. He puts the rodeo on down there, and
All right. Oh, well, and you're working on steel. Huh? Yeah.
I'm getting Steele. I'm working on Steele County Fair, and I will be working on Dakota County Fair because I have sponsored them. Their 4-H thing for, I don't know, 35 years. I was a 4-H girl.
Hmm.
So I have a question, because you mentioned West Bend was one of the insurance companies. Now, if they dropped us before, does that limit what insurance agencies would insure us in the future?
No, because it's passed. West Bend wouldn't quote you this time. I mean, we sent it to West Bend as well, and they're like, yeah, no, the claim was too big. I thought it was kind of, well, you also had the director's claim, but I thought it was ridiculous because, I mean, you didn't bring the hail on, but they said no. And Michigan Millers by Western National were like, yeah, we'll quote it. And I negotiated things with them. And so does that answer your question? Okay. So what other questions do you have for me?
It looks like your quote is at $63,791, but that does not include the
Work comp.
work comp.
No, it does. I revised this one. And so if you see the work comp is work comp, they're quoting you 3,627 and we're at 2819.
Oh, okay.
So the only thing
you're-
this does not include is
Liquor.
25,000 for borrowed. Neither one of them include liquor.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm sorry.
It doesn't include extending liability to Dory's office and the vacant houses. And it doesn't cover the 25,000 for borrowed equipment, which we can add. And then I would also tweak down the buildings. That would be a conversation.
And
There's
you're,
one-
and you're thinking the Mendel property is just a couple $100.
To extend the liability? Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
There's one other insurance during fair that, we get like vendor insurance for the vendors we have, for vendors who don't have their own insurance, and then they could buy it through us.
So with that, the fair is based on the sales. And so it would depend on what the vendor sales are. So this is what Michigan Millers would do, which I think would be less expensive, is
Okay,
if whatever vendor, say it's the Pronto Pup guy, and he says we do, 250,000 in sales, we would just put another code on the general liability for an extra 250,000 in sales. Does that make sense?
Yep.
yeah.
And
Okay.
and I don't know if those sales are included already in what we're basing the general liability on, which is a little over 820,000 in sales. What was
No,
your,
They wouldn't, that would be part of, the vendors, we don't have a way of knowing what they're taking in or anything.
yeah,
This
'Cause-
was just whatever we paid for the insurance, we, charged back to the, to the vendor, and they
Yeah.
paid us. And
we could do that too. It's just an event policy.
yep, okay, I just thought I'd bring it up while I.
Yeah. Yeah, just like the liquor liability. And I'm not sure that we would do the liquor liability with the same company. I would ask a couple of companies to quote it, just to see, and the vendor covered, just to see who's gonna give us a better premium.
Okay. Okey-doke.
With the vendor coverage, we have to give you a dollar amount though also. So up to 100,000 in sales or something.
Yeah.
Mm.
And, or depending on the company, they might just do days, but usually they do sales.
Sure. Sure. And so we would just write a policy for like, let's say up to 200,000, that would cover quite a few different vendors if we needed to.
Yes.
How many is there, Dory, that we have to get insurance for?
There's only basically a handful, maybe 8 to 10 commercial vendors and probably about 5 or so food
Are
vendors.
they food vendors?
They're both. We've have a commercial and the food. So both of them we were offered. That
Okay.
food is more expensive than the commercial, but
Yeah, because it has food poisoning. So do you get certificates? So,
yes.
I understand the sheriff's department uses your grounds for training.
Mhm.
Do you get a certificate from the sheriff's department listing Washington Egg Society as an additional insured? It's a good
Actually,
idea.
yeah, I don't think we really have gotten anything like that, but oh,
That holds us liable.
Mm-hmm.
What about soccer? We use
They,
for soccer.
yeah, I would get a certificate from them too. All these leagues have
I-
insurance.
I do get a certificate of insurance from the soccer, from anybody who rents the fairgrounds,
Mm-hmm.
get a certificate of insurance from the vendors who are there during the fair and all that too. We also get it. But I guess I never thought about the sheriff's department, but
Yeah,
The dog shows and the horse shows, are they having certificates too?
they
correct,
should.
correct.
Very
Okay.
good.
And the winter storage and all of them.
So everyone but the cops
Yeah,
give it to you.
yeah, never ever thought about them.
Yeah, and the stuff they do out there, they should have the insurance, pay the insurance,
Right.
because we gotta fix it.
But that's good that you collect certs from your vendors. That's a very important, and it's a difficult
to.
job sometimes. So good for you, Dory.
You just gotta keep gunning them till you get it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's just.
Do the other fairs that you work for or have written for, do they supply vendor insurance like we were just talking about?
No.
And what would be our benefit to supplying insurance for them? I mean, it's just costing us money. If you don't have insurance, then you can't sell.
Well, you're charging it back to them, my understanding is.
Right, right.
You're just making it easier for them, I
Yeah.
guess.
It's just giving
But-
them an opportunity on some of these smaller
Yes,
vendors.
but
But I mean, that was,
that opens up our liability. If I insure a vendor and there's 4,000 sick people that come through, that's under our liability. That's not under them, where it should be under them. I know we're selling it back to them, but doesn't that seem like the wrong way to do it?
Well, I think so. I would just refer the vendors to like me and just, we write huge events. We write Panorama of Progress Days in Lakeville, which has 20,000 people here for the day. And because it's my town, I support them a lot. And we collect all the vendor sheets from every food truck, everything. And there are hundreds and hundreds of events in this town. But yeah, if they don't have insurance, they're just referred to us and we give them a price and they can find their own agent or they can
but it is,
just,
I mean, it is under their name because
But
I have to give the insurance company the name of who and the whole bit and what they sell or do and address and all their
Well-
information.
But it's still our liability.
well, not necessarily. Hold on. So Dory, you're getting a vendor policy for each one of them, right?
Basically, yeah, that they get
In their
sent
name.
right, yeah.
Oh, so she's
Oh.
doing, what she's doing is
Which
good.
Yes,
is
that's
why,
different than
yeah.
what I thought she had explained.
no,
Yeah.
everything is sent to them, the names, the
Mhm.
whole thing. So it's just the convenience for vendors on
Yeah,
our
'cause
end.
they
Yeah,
charge
I
you like
understand.
$160 for 5 days for food, for the food vendors. And it comes in our name
Yep.
if you use the fair's insurance. It's our policy, but we're paying the fair $160 for the 5 days.
Correct.
Yeah, but it's in your name. It doesn't cover, it's not under us.
Correct. It doesn't
Correct.
come under.
And then-
Washington County.
Yep,
And then they're getting a certificate
yep,
from that policy listing the fair as an additional insured.
yep.
So
Correct.
you guys are protected. Yeah.
Yep,
Okay,
we're protected then.
I got it.
Yep. I guess they'd get that far into it yet, but yeah.
Very good.
I
So
guess
what
I'm done with questions.
Any other questions?
I have one question about the stuff that's listed on the sheet, the piano, the John Deere skid loader, and the water truck. Are those coming off of our insurance plan, saying we don't own any of them anymore?
Well,
I wrote
yeah,
it.
if you choose to go with me, I would like an actual schedule of what you actually do have.
Yep.
And what it's worth. And then we would take the ones off that you don't have and put the new ones on. And we would reduce the business property of the 200 and some thousand. We'd reduce that down. And then, you
And
know,
just-
once you make a decision, if you go with us, then we have time because I can backdate it to 10/1. Even if we do it next week, I can backdate lowering some buildings, getting rid of buildings you maybe don't want to insure. And that can be a conversation of what you guys want to do.
yeah,
The piano would remain though, we do have.
Okay,
right. But
We can talk about that as the exec board.
We would want to lower the $7 million in buildings too.
yeah. Now, I have to negotiate with the company because we don't get to pick a number. We have to, but I was out there and I measured all the buildings and I have pictures of all the buildings, et cetera. And I can give you a better idea of what I think the different buildings should be insured at. But I wanted to do this so you could compare with Secura.
Yes, totally.
That makes sense?
Apples to apples.
Yeah, even though we actually have a little higher because they lowered theirs. It's
Right.
kind of bizarre. Okay. And then I'll
Any
just
other
tell you a little bit
questions?
about us. We've been around forever, since 1954. I have the most amazing staff. Some of them have been with me over 25 years. Sean, who takes care of this, and Edna. Sean's been with me 19 years. Edna, we took in green. She's been with me 2 years. But I have a great staff. If you have a claim, not like a little one, but if something's burning down on a Saturday night, I expect a call. So I do answer the phone 24 hours for claims emergencies. Certificates, changes, questions, billing questions, things come up. We return emails, we return phone calls. You don't push 1 for this, 9 for that. Nope, we answer the phone. That's a
That's
big
awesome.
deal because I don't like it. Why
Really?
should I make my clients do that?
He's laughing. Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of how we just work as an agency. We take a lot of care in what we do and a lot of pride in what we do. And I'm a very lucky person with the people I have.
And where are you located?
We're in Lakeville, but I'm also in all 50 states. So I write a lot of business in Utah and Arizona and Texas. One of my biggest clients is in Ohio.
So you travel a lot?
A little bit. I'll be
little bit.
traveling more in the future because I'm writing a lot more commercial in Arizona. So it's kind of fun.
There you go, Tony.
Yep.
So do you write residential, commercial, farm, all of it?
I do. We're probably 20% farms. We write some really large hog confinement farms that farm out, 1 million hogs a year. And then other than that, we're about 35% personal, and meaning home and auto and umbrellas and toys. And then about 65% commercial.
Yep.
So we know a lot of stuff. I've even done cool stuff like Red Bull stuff. Doesn't bring in much premium, but it raised my cool factor with my kid.
There you go.
Any other questions?
Nope.
If not, thank you for your time.
Yes, thank you. And I look forward to being of service. If you have more questions, just text me. And I have to go to an education day now. So how fun is that? You guys have a great evening.
Thank you.
Thank you. You too.
Bye-bye.
Comments?
Well, it looks like it saves us quite a bit of money.
I just wanted to let you guys know, I just got an email from our old insurance. I sent it around to everybody. Because they come in with a final proposal after this morning. So I just wanted to, I just sent it to you, but I didn't get to read it or anything either. But they reduced the building costs or something. I don't know.
Reduce the building values back to
Policy of $10,000.
Read it all out, Chad.
so they're putting the deductible on the buildings at 10,000. We reduced the building values back to the expired policy of $10,000 in property deductible and no wind and hail. But what were they prior?
I don't.
They did
No.
not have wind and hail, I know
Right.
that. If you look at that sheet that she gave us, they do not cover wind and hail.
I just thought I'd send it to everybody.
Basically, they're keeping their same amount, but they're raising our deductible, Dory.
Right. Well, he doesn't even give us an amount on here. He doesn't even give us, he's not giving us a total amount, or at least maybe I'm not reading it.
Well, 60,643, I guess is what total for the following.
Total of the following, it's just total for the following, 60,000, property 36,000, GL 21,000, crime.
But that's all included. It, like you said, what I'm reading, total for the following is 60,643, which includes property, jail, crime. That's, like you said, that's what I'm getting off of it.
Yeah, I don't know how you would read that. Total for the following, 60,000.
So if you added up those.
Yeah, if you add up his list, it adds up to that 60,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
Total for the following.
So boy, he really wants your business.
Well, I don't know. Yeah.
But he didn't do it years ago.
Plus, there's work comp on there yet that he has to add.
And we don't have that type
Work comp is separate. Yeah. He gave the.
In her price, the work comp is in there for 63.
right. And on his bill is like, I'm just trying to find it.
Oh, I thought work comp was separate.
No, hers work comp is
Not in hers.
in his work comp is $3,627. So that brings you let's see, $40 less than hers.
Okay.
The only thing is she's gonna adjust some buildings.
She's still
and
cheaper. She's still cheaper. And she's got better coverage.
I want to know how he resent a new quote within the last 12 hours. That's cheaper.
I don't know. He just
That's
said
what I
that.
want to know.
Doesn't her insurance cover the wind and the hail?
No.
So he's 64,270 and she is at 63,790 and she has better coverage. And she also can come down on these prices because that building A is nowhere near a $1.4 million building.
Yeah.
Whoever, however they are covered over the years, that just seems way too high. I mean, I see the other ones at this $500,000 price range are really close to what it is to building one today. because they don't insure the concrete floors in them. That doesn't do you any good anyway. It's just a structure.
Really?
They don't insure the.
That's funny.
And I
Tony,
mean,
you got your TV on loud in the background over there or what?
Nothing on.
What the heck is that noise?
I don't know.
I think
Okay,
it's the
great.
wind where Kim is on the beach.
I
but
just
she's
muted
muted.
and unmuted and it
Yeah,
didn't
but
go
I'm
away.
on
It's
mute,
not
so
me.
it's not me.
Yeah,
So do we need to make a motion on what we're gonna do or what?
well, we gotta have insurance. so-
Yes, we do.
I wanna make a
So
motion.
who has a motion?
I wanna make a motion that we go with this new insurance company. And I wanna be involved in setting the prices on the buildings and all that stuff on the fairgrounds. That's my
And
motion.
you'll work on a list of equipment?
Yep,
So do they need,
I want to be involved in that too.
do they need serial numbers and all that then?
yeah,
Okay,
I'll
Generally.
second that motion.
Okay, a motion has been made and seconded.
Hang
that
on,
we go.
what's the new company? What's their name?
it is.
Is it Michigan Millers?
No,
yes.
that's not.
Well, that's who she's
Well,
writing.
the
it to.
agency is Kohlenhofer Agency, Inc.
Yeah. So that would be the new insurance company.
Beth,
Right.
Okay, I'll write that in then.
Yep, Kohlenhofer Agency, Inc.
Is there any further discussion? Any further discussion? If not, a motion has been made and seconded that we go with Kohlenhofer Agency Incorporated for the fairgrounds insurance. Kim, do you want to do roll call?
Yep. Ben?
Here.
No, I gotta do yes or no. Are you in favor of the motion?
Yes.
Oh, are you?
Yes.
Well, we'll kind of do roll call at the same time because we
Yeah,
forgot that at the
that'll
beginning. Yes. Becky,
Yes.
Chad,
yes.
Tony,
Yes.
I'm a yes. Phyllis.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, the motion to go with Kohlenhofer Agency has passed. Thank you for your time. Since it was a special meeting, that's the only thing we'll talk about. And Ben and Tony,
Can I ask?
you can help with the,
Can I ask a question?
yes.
Can you close the meeting so I can ask a question?
Those,
We can have a closed meeting, yes.
Well, I mean, can we be done with it? I just have a question, not even part of a meeting, I guess. Or make it a
When
closed
we
meeting.
can when let's adjourn if that's okay.
Correct. That's what I'm-
Chad, and then I'll stop because we're live streaming it, so there could be people watching it.
Okay.
Is there a motion to adjourn?
I make the motion to adjourn.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor of adjourning the meeting?
We have to do roll call.
Signify by saying it.
We have
Yes,
to.
when,
Yeah, I have to do roll call when it's a Zoom meeting. So to adjourn. So Ben,
Yes.
Becky,
Yes.
Chad,
Here.
Tony.
Yes.
I'm a yes, and Phyllis.
yes.
Okay.
Meeting is adjourned.
Okay, let me
it's a live stream.
yeah, let me get